Gold Rush Season 13 Episode 1, A Seismic Shift airs January 10, 2025 on Discovery in the thrilling Season 13 premiere of Gold Rush, titled A Seismic Shift. Airing at 8:00 a.m. on Friday, January 10, 2025, the stakes are higher than ever as the gold miners face a series of challenges that could make or break their fortunes. Parker Schnebel is at the center of a big gamble, biting off more than he can chew when he brokers a major deal that could lead to a massive payday or a costly mistake. As always, Parker's determination and ambition will be put to the test. Meanwhile, Tony Beets is digging deep in pursuit of a record-breaking gold haul, but his operation is not without its hurdles. Fred Lewis, putting all his savings on the line, faces disaster as he reaches his claim, threatening everything he's worked for. And in a surprising turn, Rick Ness is nowhere to be found, leaving fans wondering what's happened to the popular miner. This explosive episode sets the stage for a season full of tension, risk, and adventure, promising fans plenty of drama and high-stakes gold mining action. Don't miss the premiere of Gold Rush Season 13. Things are about to get even more intense creativity. Gold Rush Season 13, Episode 1, A Seismic Shift, airs January 10, 2025 on Discovery. Gold Rush, the long-running and wildly popular series on Discovery, continues to captivate audiences with its thrilling portrayal of the challenges, triumphs, and high-stakes gold mining operations. Season 13, Episode 1, titled A Seismic Shift, marks the beginning of another intense chapter in the quest for gold. As the miners dig deeper into the unforgiving earth, they face obstacles that test not only their technical skills, but also their endurance and determination. Here's an in-depth look at what makes this premiere episode of Gold Rush so compelling. A new era. The team's face, Gold Rush, has always thrived on its ever-evolving cast of characters, with miners like Parker Schnebel, Tony Beets, and Fred Lewis becoming household names. However, Season 13 is set to introduce a major shift in both team dynamics and the direction of the show. In A Seismic Shift, viewers are introduced to a fresh set of challenges that promise to test even the most seasoned miners. This year, the episode opens with Parker Schnebel reeling from the aftermath of a devastating season last year. His crew's operations didn't yield the expected gold totals, forcing Parker to reevaluate his approach. His frustration is palpable as he reflects on the highs and lows of his previous season, but it's clear that he is ready to shift gears. Schnebel's team now faces a much more stringent set of goals, and their path forward will demand a seismic change in how they operate. Meanwhile, Tony Beets, who has been a Gold Rush stalwart for many seasons, is confronting new challenges as well. Tony's famed crew of miners has had its fair share of triumphs, but with rising costs and equipment failures, Tony's empire is on the brink of a major restructuring. In this first episode, Tony grapples with an unexpected setback that could change everything. His leadership and resourcefulness are tested in ways that will challenge even his notorious hard-nosed persona. Fred Lewis, the often underestimated miner, also has his work cut out for him. Known for his grit and ability to push through tough times, Fred enters the season with a renewed determination to prove himself in the competitive world of gold mining. In A Seismic Shift, Fred's operations take an unexpected turn that could either catapult him into the ranks of the top-tier miners or force him to rethink his strategy altogether. A shift in the ground. The seismic event, as the episode's title suggests, a seismic shift is not just metaphorical, it's literal. A series of geological tremors rocks the mining sites across the region, shaking the foundation of the miners' operations. The tremors cause unforeseen challenges, disrupting equipment, damaging mining tunnels, and forcing everyone to halt operations temporarily. This unforeseen disaster adds a sense of urgency and unpredictability to the season premiere, setting the stage for the kind of chaos and unpredictability that Gold Rush is famous for. For Parker Schnabel, the tremors are more than just a physical challenge. They symbolize the unpredictability of his career, where every season is a roll of the dice. The tremors trigger an avalanche of problems, from delayed machinery to compromised access to gold-rich areas. In this moment, Parker's team is forced to adapt quickly. Schnabel's leadership will be tested as he scrambles to find solutions while navigating the constant pressure of meeting his goal. For Tony Beets, the Seismic event represents a direct attack on his years of careful planning and investment. As a seasoned veteran, Tony understands the importance of maintaining control, but the unpredictability of the situation, collapsing tunnels and displaced equipment, Beets is forced to make a quick decision. Does he risk continuing to mine in a compromised area, or does he abandon it to avoid further loss? His determination and decision-making under pressure will be pivotal in determining the success or failure of his operation this season. Fred Lewis finds himself in a similar situation. With the tremors shaking his mining operation to its core, Fred's ability to think on his feet is called into action. While he lacks the resources of some of the larger, more established teams, Fred's knack for resourcefulness may be the key to weathering this unexpected storm. A seismic shift gives viewers a glimpse of his ingenuity, as he works tirelessly to keep his operation moving forward despite the chaos. New faces, new challenges this season also brings in a fresh batch of miners, eager to prove their worth in the competitive world of gold mining. New characters add a sense of freshness to the show while adding new layers of complexity to the narrative. In A Seismic Shift, viewers are introduced to a few new players who, while untested, show promise and may very well become the future faces of Gold Rush. One of the newcomers, a young miner named Jack Williams, has a bold approach to mining. With his innovative methods and youthful energy, Jack hopes to prove that he has what it takes to take on the giants of the industry. His optimism and drive contrast with the seasoned veterans who have seen it all, making him an exciting addition to the show. In this first episode, Jack faces an uphill battle as he attempts to mine in an untested area of the ground, hoping for a big payoff, but unaware of the challenges he'll face. The dynamic between the established miners and these new faces sets the stage for an intriguing power struggle. Will the veterans hold onto their dominance, or will the newcomers bring fresh ideas and strategies that turn the tide in their favor? This season promises to answer that question in dramatic fashion. Personal stakes. Beyond the golders, much as Gold Rush is about the pursuit of wealth, Season 13 also continues to emphasize the personal stakes involved in the miners' quests. The challenges they face go beyond just the physical and financial. They are deeply personal. For Parker Schnabel, every failure or success weighs heavily on his shoulders as he looks to prove his legacy. Tony Beets, ever the family man, is also grappling with his role as a mentor to his children, who are becoming increasingly involved in his operation. For Fred Lewis, the season represents another chance to prove to himself that he belongs in the gold mining world. This blend of professional challenges and personal growth adds depth to the show, making it about more than just the hunt for gold. The emotional stakes are as high as the financial ones, and that's what makes Gold Rush such a compelling and relatable show. Conclusion. A season full of uncertainty, A Seismic Shift, sets the tone for an action-packed and unpredictable season of Gold Rush. With new faces, fresh challenges, and literal seismic events shaking the miners to their core, Season 13 promises to deliver the thrills and drama that fans have come to expect. as the miners struggle to adapt to the shifting ground beneath them, both figuratively and literally. They will have to make difficult decisions, face setbacks, and battle against the unforgiving forces of nature and time. With the first episode airing on January 10, 2025, Gold Rush fans are in for another wild ride. If a seismic shift is any indication, this season will be one for the history books. The miners may have to rethink their strategies, but one thing is for sure: when the ground shifts, the gold rush is far from over.